So, for this video, instead of doing a speed paint like I normally do, I wanted to talk about my NES Godzilla comic that I've been working on for a while. I'll get to the speed paint later on in the video, but first I wanted to talk about how I make my speed paint. Originally, I was using Hypercam 2 to record the screen, and I would use Movie Maker for editing. But for my more recent speed paint, which was the Wings of Fire character I drew, I was using VLC Media Player to record the screen. Although it didn't seem to work out too well, and the video seemed to be a bit laggy here and there, it just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I was trying to use other software for editing like MovieZilla, Lightworks, and things like that, but it didn't seem like they were as easy to work with compared to Movie Maker. I know that Movie Maker got discontinued years ago, and a lot of people are probably trying to find a legit working version, or they're just using other software. But if you're like me and prefer Movie Maker, I did find a video that shows you how to get the legit working version, and I'll link it in the description. I'm just going to go back to using Hypercam and Movie Maker from now on. Now, as for my comic, I discovered the NES Godzilla creepypasta around fall of 2018. If you've never heard of NES Godzilla, I'll leave a link to it in the description. I started writing the script for the story in 2018 or 2019. For a while, I spent most of my time writing as often as I could, and as of now, I'm roughly halfway through the script, and just like the creepypasta, this story will have 8 chapters and an epilogue, as well as a cover and a title for each chapter. So far, I've finished the first cover and the first 5 pages. In fact, the speed paint that will come later on in the video will be about the 5th page. Each chapter will have around 20 to 25 pages, so if I release 2 pages every month, I can have a chapter finished within a year's time. So I'm going to try really hard to release 2 pages every month, or at least 1, but we'll see what happens. Now as for the story, I won't go into too much detail because of spoilers and whatnot, but the main focus of it revolves around Anguirus becoming Red's ally, just like how Solomon used to be. Now since no one knows why Solomon was his ally, or why he and Red hate each other, I've come up with my own answer to that, which will be revealed later on. Red and Anguirus, who I ship, by the way, they will play the main role as well as a secret character that I've sort of revealed, but won't be fully revealed until chapter 4, which is actually named after him, and I'll give you a hint on what his name is. It has something to do with Red's name. He's technically named after Red, but not literally. There will be 9 characters featured in this comic. Technically there's more, but there's 9 for the most part. I don't really want to say all the characters' names right now because of spoilers and because I've been thinking of making a comic trailer one day, as well as 2 or 3 videos showcasing each character's voice and their theme song. Although it's way too early for any of that, but I will say this. The song I will be using for the trailer will be Red Cold River by Breaking Benjamin, and I've also added an 8-bit remix of the same song in this video, mostly because of how well it fits Red and his personality. In fact, most of my inspiration comes from Breaking Benjamin, as well as other rock and metal bands, or you could say I get most of my inspiration from music in general. Now, I'm obviously not very good at doing any fancy editing or anything like that, so if anyone who's really experienced with video editing that wants to help me out, just let me know. I mean, I guess I could watch a few tutorials, but typically I like to try to teach myself how to do something first. But for now, I'm just going to play it by ear and see where this all goes. I guess that's it for now. You can read my comic Shadow of Red by clicking the link in the description, and if you want, feel free to follow me on DeviantArt so that you get notified as soon as I release the next page, or anything else related to the comic. Bye for now, and enjoy the speed paint.